Hey, you guys. This is Aya with Convos for Black Women, and I just wanted to come on here for a minute because I wanted to discuss the situation with T.I. and the young comedian. Her name is Lauren Knight. And the altercation that happened between those two, first of all, it was sickening to watch. But moreover, I wanted us to recognize and understand what it is and how we respond to these situations. Because what I seen may look different from what a lot of other people seen or what we may have taken from it. But I seen something that was very problematic on our behalves that we do that we're definitely going to have to take a deeper look into. And so, what happens is when these instances occur, I want to bring it to you so that we have a stark example of what it is that we do in regards to failing to protect our own selves, failing to recognize when something is happening to us that isn't okay, and still choosing to defend and protect and allow and give a pass to our assaulter. Ti is problematic. He's been very problematic for a very long time. So his behavior isn't anything new. We know that he's very narcissistic. He's toxic. He's a misogynist. I feel that he is highly abusive towards Black women. And in a nutshell, he does not like Black women at all. You can tell in this interaction how aggressive he was in the way that he was speaking to this lady, which when I first seen this video, I only seen a small clip of it. And it was the clip where he was standing in front of the stage and he was like yelling in the mic and saying, you're not gonna, talk about I guess the allegations, and me and my wife ain't do anything. And nigga, if I have to tell, like, he was just using the N word. And I'm thinking, when I seen that small clip earlier in the week, and there was no other clips, or, she didn't come out and give context to the situation or what happened. I thought he was talking to a guy. That was the first thing. I thought, okay, this is a guy that he's speaking to. The second thing is, as I instantly felt like, oh, here we go. He's clout chasing off of this Will Smith situation. And now it's like, is this going to be a vibe where, oh, you can't do this and I'm protecting my wife and all, like, I don't know. I thought it was clout chasing. And it was very reminiscent of the Oscar moment. But then as information started to roll out and we seen everything unfold, that is where the problem lied. So I'm going to pull up the Shade Room post right now so that we can take a look at it and see what's going on here. Give me one moment to get that set up here.
So I stand on what I said. If you're a comedian, anything's up for joke.
Okay. Let's see. Here we go. So let's play this clip here.
This is nothing to charge me more.
You know how he always seems to talk, right? And it's like, to me, he always think like he has this very condescending way of talking, and his behavior is very aggressive, like, at the same time. And also it's almost as if he tries to do it in a charming way, like he's being charming at the same time as he's being aggressive, assaulting this lady and being condescending.
No, anytime you talk, I'm gonna check your as long as it takes. When you stop talking about it, you stop playing with me and mine, I'm gonna stop saying something. And Ain't no mother case. Ain't never been no mother case. Cause I ain't did nothing wrong.
This is just highly problematic. This behavior it shouldn't even be allowed right now. And the fact that it seems like everyone in the room is kind of sitting back, just watching this go down, allowing it to happen, right? So you have that one thing, and we already know it's because of who he is. If he was a regular Joe Schmo or one of us, we wouldn't have been allowed to go on this tangent, this ranting and raving, interrupting her set, mind you. And she's like doing something on stage, trying to play it off, but I can just imagine on the inside, I would definitely feel uncomfortable with the situation.
And my wife ain't did nothing wrong. And if you keep on playing with me, I'm gonna.
This is a whole woman, and this is one of the problems that hit me, that this is a whole female, and he sat there and called her a nigga. So right there tells me that you aren't even looking at her in a feminine sense or way. You're like masculating her in a way that she's your peer, and it's okay for you to assault her this way, berate her, and call her the N-word.
Continue to confront you publicly, verbally. First of all, happy award day. We've never had a forum on crime. T.I. is innocent. I truly believe it.
So yeah, then she tried to say, he's innocent, and she just made that little harmless joke, right? We're gonna get into her response later. Let's go to the other video, because that was just that one small piece. I don't even follow the Shade Room because I can't with them, really. I want to get to the part where
Nobody or to nobody, especially no black people. So y'all won't put that on my body, on God. Y'all won't put that on my mother's body. I love this art form. I love this craft, and I'm gonna say what the no, this is out of my face.
So you see, this is the security guard. Like, he's there a little bit too late. You should have been there as soon as he went up and grabbed the mic and started going off on her. He should have been standing there as a barricade between these two, but okay.
I'm gonna say what the I want to say. Here's the reality. Doing comedy. Whatever the is going on, y'all see some shit me go viral. Guess what? For comedy, it's up for grabs.
See, now I definitely feel like this is her true emotions coming out. This is her. She's on the defense now, and she's defending herself. And it's like she's the only one that's trying to defend herself here. This is the part.
I'm here to protect you. I'm here to protect you and correct you.
You hear that? I am here to protect you and correct you. I don't know if she felt that. I wouldn't have felt protected by you after you just sat here and demeaned me, berated me, called me outside my name, went off on me to the extreme. And now you're telling me you are here to protect me. See, this is when I think he knew he effed up, and he knew that this was going to be viral and this was going to be all over the internet. You are T.I. People have their cameras out. So this is the part where I think he knew he effed up. And so now let me do damage control and reel myself back in and get on my performative bullshit about how, I'm here to protect Black women and defend Black women, and I love you. Protect you and correct you, as if we need correction from men. Very condescending.
You hear me? I'm here for your protection and correction.
I am here for your protection and correction. I would have said, fuck you.
I'm not here to do anything harmful to you.
See how he tried to reiterate this again? Like I feel like this is the moment where he knew he needed to reel himself back in. So now he can say, look, me and her made up, and I was telling her that, I'm not here to hurt you. I'm not here to harm you. I am here for your protection. I did not feel protected by this. I can guarantee you she did not feel protected by this.
I love you. I support you. I cheated.
All right, let's go to one last clip here. This was towards the end, but I wanted you to see another clip here. Let's see if this is it. I wish I could speed up and fast forward. Let's hear what he's talking about.
Hey, listen. Go. As many times as you talk, I'm gonna check your love as long as it takes. When you stop talking about it, when you stop playing with me and mine, I'm gonna stop saying something. Ain't no motherfucking case, ain't never been no ever now. There's no charge. I don't want to hear none of that. Don't play with me about that. Hey. Don't play with me about that. I'm not.
See, where was the security guard? I feel like that security guard didn't come until she started getting loud. Once she started getting loud, that security guard was there to protect him in case she hauled off and smacked his ass in the face. That security guard didn't even come to the front until she started going off and getting loud.
One thing I am is I'm not playing with you. See, now you're getting misunderstood.
Look at this interaction between them when he gets on the stage. I would instantly feel a direct threat. This man has already went in, I don't know how many minutes he was down there going off and yelling and screaming and calling me names and all of that right in front of a crowd. But now he is approaching me. My senses, my anxiety would have been through the roof. Now look at this. I don't know what he's whispering in his ear. So someone on another page of mine was telling me, and I don't know where they got this from, but they were saying that he was threatening her in her ear. And look at how he's awkwardly giving her this hug, and she's kind of resisting it and backing away from it. And then watch what he does.
This is my. Be very clear. This is my.
See that? How he snatches, she's backing away and pulling away from the hug, and he aggressively snatches the microphone out of her hand. That altercation was very hard to watch. This man essentially assaulted this woman. There's been so many times where we have been placed in positions where for our protection, you go along to get along. I am in a room full of people, and as far as I can see, and from what the vibe is in that room, and from what people are showing me that's around me, no one is going to protect me. My anxiety is high. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what is in this man's mind. I don't know what he's capable of. And so your instinct is survival. I felt like there was no other way for her to behave but to sit there and take what he was doing and then kiki it off and make light of it, like this is okay to do to me. I'm okay with you doing this to me. Far too often as Black women, we make it okay for them to do this. It becomes so normal that the disrespect, seeing Black women be disrespected even as each other, watching that, you get desensitized and it just becomes normalcy. It becomes normal to see. It becomes normal to tolerate. It becomes normal to take. It's just like growing up in an abusive home. And so you see violence all your life. You're going to think that that's just normal behavior. I feel parts of this, she was just in defense mode and knowing no one else was going to protect her. I'm going to do what I need to do to get through this altercation in this situation. Thus is why after this altercation, we then see her response video and we see her explain and give us context to everything that happened. So let's pull that up here. Let me get that so that we can get her response.
This one time, this is about what happened at one night only at our bar, my Edgewood with myself and T.I. T.I. came to the show. It's about over anyway. It's an open mic. He comes. He does like 30 minutes. Now, after he gets off stage, I'm going to the next. I'm hosting. I'm talking about marriage. He keeps cutting me off, telling me to shut the calling me all kind of heckling me. So I'm like, all right, come on, stop playing with me. Like, it's crazy. You keep going, and I can't say nothing to you. He then starts yelling about how I need to take my wig off multiple.
So you see, before she even got to him getting upset about her taking the shot back, like she said, he was already being disrespectful during her set. Now, I believe it was said, someone said that he went on before her and he had a 45-minute set. So at this point, your set is over with. I'm up next. Why are you being disrespectful to my set when I didn't disrespect yours? So he was already in the audience heckling her as she was trying to do her job and perform for the night. And so she took a shot back.
Times, take your wig off right now. Cutting me off. Take your wig off right now. Because a lot of y'all are saying I took a cheap shot. This is literally going on and on harassing me. I don't know why my eyes turn hazy. It is really that. But anyway, I said I'll take my wig off when you speak on the allegations. Nobody was tight except for him. Nobody ever called him a rapist. I responded to him telling me in a room full of people to rip my wig off and made a joke just like he did. So if you got a problem with it, not mine.
So yeah, I don't think she went too far. First of all, you're being funny as if your wife doesn't wear wigs, right? So already you're telling this woman, excuse me, I had a cough. You're telling this woman to take her wig off. This just fucking the ignorance, right? The ignorance. You're telling this woman to take her wig off and just being so fucking disrespectful while she's trying to do her set. So she, like she said, she snapped back. I'll take my shit off when you address those allegations. Oh, he got mad. You should have sat there and ate your fucking food. And then you wouldn't have got your little self upset. All right, let's continue and see what else she had to say.
I stand on what I said. If you're a comedian, anything's up for jokes. Talk about me all day. And I've been laughing at some of it. Nothing's off limits. Nobody's special. And please don't walk up on me again. I'm mad dangerous. This is not.
All right, so that's her. And when she said, please don't walk up on me again, I'm mad dangerous, right? That's her basically saying she can defend herself. I mean, obviously somebody has to, because clearly there was no other black men in the room other than that security guard who was half doing his job that was going to protect her anyways. And 9 times out of 10, in most cases, we know that when we are out in public, we may very well have to defend ourselves. So when I hear people and I hear black men say that we act aggressive or we act like this, or, you know, we always have our guards up, and there's a reason for that. There is a reason for that. When we go out and we go in public spaces, where we have to be guarded and we have to be willing and ready to protect and defend ourselves if necessary. But let's go further and see what else happened.
You see where the got twisted? Never called you out your name. Never called you a bitch. You give me a video where I called you a bitch, I give you $1 million.
You know, there's females in this. Most of his comment section is women. I guess, of course, women like following men. I get it. Most of his comment section is females, Black women. And y'all know what happened because this is his response. And we're looking at him weaponize his fan base like he always does when he gets in trouble to deflect from the situation and put it on somebody else because it wasn't his fault. But you see them laughing. You see them excusing his behavior. You see them joining in instead of them also being offended and holding him accountable for his behavior. We fail to defend one another.
Where I call you a bitch at? Where did I call you a bitch? I never call you no.
See how he did that though? Like people are saying, oh, he must have been drunk out his mind or he was high. Like you were in a crowd, right? It looks like it was a small crowd, a small group that was there. You're standing amongst the crowd. You scream out bitch real loud and walk off as if nobody was gonna know it was you who said it. It was very wild to see. I didn't understand at all. But at the end of the day, the fact that I see us repeatedly doing the same crime over and over again right here, which is not defending one another, failing to see it for what it is. So until we become Team Black women, instead of always caping and defending Black men in their bad, poor behavior towards us, we're never going to get anywhere. And even her in itself, she said it went from something simple that should have gotten squashed and settled to him using his platform to lie on me to justify some bullish. And yeah, she felt at the end of the night when they sat down on the stage, the bartender gives them some drinks. Here, here's cheers to the assault that just happened and make up with him now, right? And he's telling her, I'm here to protect you and correct you, and I love you. And she like, I love you too. And they hugging. She thought it was squashed with that. Then the videos dropped and he did this. All of that squashing went out the window because he understands the assignment. He never squashed shit with you. Don't let them trick you and fool you into thinking otherwise. He meant everything that he fucking said the first time he said it. And this isn't protecting and defending now. It's him saving his behind because he realized that he done messed up. So, she said everybody is tripping on her. She just wanted to do comedy. They ended on a positive note and now you lying. So now she feels away. Why are we falling for it anyways? That wasn't even an apology. That was still him being disrespectful and condescending to your face. I'm here to protect you and correct you. That wasn't, you know what? I'm sorry for me messing up your set. I'm sorry for my behavior. It's squashed. That wasn't that. So don't be fooled. Don't give them no passes. But in the moment, I understood why she did what she had to do to get out of that situation. All right, so that's just going through that. I need to find the last clip, and then we can be out of here after we touch on this last point. I don't even follow the Shade Room. Child, I'm all over their page. Let's see. Let's go up. I knew it was somewhere. And now here.
That happened, there's an incredible opportunity for something good to happen.
And I will be on his stand-up special on Netflix because he's going to get one because he's famous. And I'll be there. I will be riding. If anybody, I won't ride a road ride a coattail.
Hey, man, Hey, I ain't got nothing but love for you. I ain't got nothing but some integrity. I mean, love and respect for you. And I think you have an incredible amount of integrity.
She has an incredible amount of integrity now, and he has nothing but love and respect for her. After just a few days prior, you told her, you assaulted her, you told her to take her wig off, you called her all type of N words, you called her all type of B words, you cussed her out, ruined her entire set, got extra aggressive, and now she has integrity. She has integrity, and the only reason why she has integrity is because she's letting his fuckery and his assault slide. Let's not be fooled by that. She's letting it slide. So now she has integrity because you are choosing to protect me and not yourself, because I wouldn't have made up with him. And I have nothing but love and respect for you. And I'm going to put you on my comedy tour as a thank you.
I think you handled yourself with integrity in this moment. And I think it's an incredible.
She handled herself with integrity. But how did you handle yourself? And there's still no apology. This commenter said it. A lot of big words, but did he apologize though? There's no apology here.
Incredible opportunity for us to be an example for other people who have.
This is an incredible opportunity for us to be an example when you're the one who was in the wrong.
Have discrepancies. Period. You know what I'm saying? Had disagreements. Every time something bad happened, there's an incredible opportunity for something good to happen.
And I will be on his stand-up.
And that brings us to the problem. This is what I want y'all to see. This is what I want you to recognize. I want you to recognize what it is that we do. So when you see certain Black women, when you see us say, stop caping, when you see us talk about misogynistic behavior, being male-centered, centering them above yourself, when you see us discuss how we fail to protect and defend one another or ourselves, when you see us condone their behavior. I was speaking to someone earlier in my inbox on Facebook here. And, you know, some of us are starting to recognize it exactly for what it is. She said, what it comes down to is that T.I. or any man, for that sake, felt she had no value. So disrespecting felt okay to do. Just imagine how this chump is behind closed doors with drugged women or his own family. He was way too aggressive and no one did a thing about it. And that is the problem. We get so used to seeing that no one does a thing about it. No one comes to our rescue. No one is there to save you, sis. Not even women who look like you, because they're under the comments laughing and saying, yeah, families and lies and allegations should be off the table. But him disrespecting a Black woman is on the table. Him interrupting her job and her set when he got to go on and nobody interrupted his, that's on the table. When someone abuses you, when someone is abusive with their words towards you, and they continue to do the same thing over and over and over again, after a while, you condone and accept the behavior. There's a lot of trauma in our community, but amongst Black women, there's a lot of trauma as well. And a lot of that is the misogynoir that I briefly touched on in the last video, but I didn't get to really go into the fullest extent. So when I say that, and like I said, when we say things like we fail to protect and defend ourselves, we fail to self-preserve, this is a detailed story. Like, we seen this whole entire thing unfold. And then we seen the end result, which was She literally condoned his behavior. He faces no repercussions, so he's going to continue to do this. That's why I can absolutely believe that it could be plausible that those allegations ring true. It could be plausible. How do we know what he's doing behind closed doors to these women that he already has little respect for? His level of respect is very low as it is. They're beneath him. They are second tier. He is not a defender and protector of Black women. Never was. Throughout the years, we've watched his behavior show that he is not on our side. He's highly problematic to Black women. But we've seen the end result, and that was her deciding to sit back and allow him to do what he did and get away with it. And because of that, she has integrity. She handled it with integrity. No apology yet, though, but she handled it with integrity. You took my disrespect like a G. Good looking out. This is the behavior that isn't going to get us anywhere. And this is the behavior that is going to get us hurt. It's going to get us harmed. It continues to put us in harm's way and in harmful situations. We may not notice things. We may not notice the disrespect because it becomes so normal. And again, no one's there to protect us and look out for us. So why should we bother? It's about how you value yourself. And if the world has shown you that they don't hold value in Black women, then you are going to perpetuate that as well. Even if you may not think so. Even if you feel that that doesn't apply to you, we perpetuate that by allowing it to happen. And if it's not being allowed directly as something that's happening to you, we allow it to happen to others. We see it all the time. And so sometimes when we have these moments where we can bring it to light and we can highlight it, and I can show you, like this was a video of showing you what that looks like. That's really what I wanted to touch on and bring to us here, is that we have to start learning how to defend and protect one another and not allowing things like this to slide, because this was highly aggressive, abusive. It was assault, and he could have gotten in trouble. He should have. She should not. She should have stayed on his neck. She should have not let this slide so easily. You teach people how to treat you. She should not. He don't respect her. He's talking about, I have nothing but the utmost love. He don't. He don't give a fuck. He does not care. And we'll see him doing this again to someone else. We will see it somewhere else another time, as always. So that was the end of this situation. I just want to tell you guys to love yourselves and practice the art of self-preservation. Recognize when you are being abused and disrespected or treated in a way that makes you feel bad or doesn't bring about good feelings, and recognize that for what it is. And choose yourself. Choose to defend yourself. Choose to protect yourself. And if you see this happening or going on with another woman, defend her. Don't be kikiing or giving passes out, because it's not anything that we should just be brushing off of our shoulders. We've done that long enough, and it has not gotten us anywhere. And that is why people don't see value in defending and protecting us as it is. That is why it's a foreign concept. That is why when some of us are out here yelling about that or going off about that, there's others who take offense to it, even women who see it as, well, and then the question is, do you want protection or not? y'all need to learn how to protect yourselves first. And this is just a stark example of how they can weaponize the fact that, well, you didn't protect your own self. They can use that against you, because by all means, she could have got that 1 million. I doubt that he paid her $1 million, because there's video footage like you thought there wasn't. But let me know your comments down below, and we will see you next time.